let's wait and see if this is just an opening move or not. In fact, we have Abhishek Goenka, founder and CEO for India Forex Advisors, joining in right now. Abhishek, morning. Looking at almost 57 on the rupee. Your view now?
We maintain the bearish biasness as we have always been. And the point to note over here is, of course, the internationally, if you look at the US dollar index, it has come down to 82.5. But still the rupee is overall weakening. We have seen import duties hike in gold, and we have seen the 5 billion bond auction expectations in the market by the government. But despite that, all this positive news, the rupee is holding on its weakness. So we personally feel that 57.20 is something which we are looking at in the market. Any dip of 40-50 paisa in the market, importers should definitely look at covering their imports. But overall, the trend of the rupee is weak, and we definitely see a new high in the USD-INR pair in the coming 2 to 3 months, and which is likely to sustain for this financial year.
Abhishek, any sense why is this happening? I mean, as you said, the dollar index has really cooled off over the last 1 month or so. Our fund flow situation isn't all that bad. Yes, there is a high current account deficit, but the market has always known that. It's not a new phenomena that's come upon us in the last 10 days or 2 weeks. It's been always around. So why is there so much of weakness coming in?
I think the major factor that we have to take into account is, of course, the QE expectations of the QE ending. Now, we, of course, have been talking about it from the long time. And now I think that is the main driver. The 5 years from 2008 to 2013, we have seen so much of money printed across various economies worldwide. Now, when they have given indications that they're going to taper the QE asset purchases, then definitely the markets, and especially the weaker markets like India, which has not seen significant interest from the institutional investors across the world, then they are definitely going to take a hit. And of course, as you said, the 20 billion is still flown in the market, but still we are seeing no appreciation in the rupee percent. The stock markets are also not doing too great percent. So I guess the negative sentiment in the local markets are too much, and the markets somehow have understood that despite all the positive information, like they're also expecting a lot of flows by HLL in this month probably. Now, despite all this, the rupee is weakening, so the market is the king here, so I think we have to respect that. The rupee is going to still remain weak.
Last time the rupee was at such a threateningly high level of 57 plus. That's when the RBI came down with a series of swift actions. It decided to curb speculation in the forwards market, etc. Came out with a set of restrictions. You think any of that is warranted to curb unnecessary speculation? Is that at all happening in the market?
See, time and again in the history, we have seen always whenever the rupee reaches too high in a very short time, we have seen some measures from the RBI and central government. But at the same time, you have to understand that ultimately, in a longer term, if you need to maintain your current account deficit below 5%, then ultimately your exports need to increase and imports need to come in control. They are doing their bit when it comes to imports, but to improve the exports, definitely on the local front, they need to take strong measures. At the same time, the rupee has to be in a level which, in a relative term, has to be a very competitive level when compared to the other nations. So I guess a weaker rupee is very much required in the market to ultimately improve our exports and manage our current account deficits. Until the time we do not get such an equilibrium level, I do not think that RBI is going to be very keen in coming in the market and controlling the market.
All right, Abhishek, thanks for that update there on the currency. In fact, let's get a technical voice in as well. Shardul's been talking about some of the stocks there. Shardul, let me throw in, if you're tracking the rupee, if any levels that we can actually focus on, because